going live too soon. Hey, everybody, we are live. You can see Donna. She's going to go away for now. You stay in the beginning, Donna. I pushed the button too early. I pushed the button too, so no one's here. No one knows to come in. Maybe they'll come in, but we'll have it recorded anyway. I got excited for the show today. Hopefully Doc will join us. This is Brad Tassell. Welcome. So Donna, since we'll do this, I'm going to tell a quick story, and then we'll bring out the question, and then we'll talk about what we're going to do, and we'll play the opening. So perception is so funny in marriage. So I've been home now, 4 months, never been home like this marriage. Yesterday, I was in the office and I was doing videos. I'm trying to get all this stuff put together. And I was doing something loud. So my wife or daughter, somebody came and shut the office door. Shut me in the office. So I'm in here and time is going by. I don't know what's going on. They're off doing their stuff most of the day anyway. Then about 3 o'clock, my wife said she had a meeting of some sort. So I went and ran. And I haven't run in a couple of days. So I literally ran 10 miles. I ran for I was gone for almost 3 hours, even though it only took me an hour and a half to run. So I come home and my wife and daughter are like, what are you doing? If you're home, you're hiding the whole time. We can't have no access to you in any way. And I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, well, you're in the office all morning with the door shut. I said, I didn't shut the door. You could have come in at any time. I wasn't doing. And if you would have wanted to do something, I'd have done anything. If you'd have said,
the what? They didn't even know you left.
They didn't know I left. So then, and then she goes, then you go run, you're gone for 5 hours. Well, and during that time, they had gone together to buy college stuff at the stores. And then they'd gone again to Michael's. And I'm not good with the buying stuff in the stores. I'm just wandering around in a circle the whole time. So I was like, well, I'm sorry. Because the day before, I went out to go run and I had about a quarter mile in and she called and said, I want lunch. I stopped running and went and got lunch and brought it home. So I was like, oh, well, I'm sorry. I didn't know that I had locked myself in the office all day to avoid you,
You're a hermit.
I'm a hermit. So, okay, let's start the show. I'm going to play the thing, if that's okay. Is that okay? Okay. Here it is.
1,000 Questions is an entertaining discussion of marriage. We aren't telling you to do or feel or change anything about your life. Really, just listen and enjoy. And if you need real help, find a professional for your specific problem. We don't know you. How could we speak to your deal? Okay, have fun.
Yeah. So, of course, no one's here because we started too early. But that's okay because we're getting about 2,500 to 2,700 people watching during the week. So that's really nice. And maybe we'll have a guest today. Maybe we won't.
You just throw it at me. I will. And what do you call that? That's improv. I'm good.
Improv. Okay. Well, if you're ready to improv, then I want to do something. And that is I want to share this screen and I want to talk about something. So hold on a second. And I'm going to share this screen of this happy married couple. Do you see this happily married couple?
They are happy. They
are happy.
Right.
So
there.
what I looked up today was the 1950s counseling advice and articles on marriage. And I want you to tell me if you agree with what is being said. And everybody else, somebody's in, so that's good. If you want, and I'm going to open up the comments so that I can see them. So if you want to comment, please do, should you come in. So this is number one, and this is from a counselor. It says, fake it till you make it. Women, wives must smile to earn the love and respect of their husband to make sure that he is kept happy.
And I'm going to say no. Women have feelings too, and they're humans too. They don't have to pretend to be nice. Although I have to tell you, I did have a case where the husband said, I give her this life. I make so much money. I do this. She better be happy when I come home.
Wow.
That was like a couple years ago.
Did she stay?
I think they're still together, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, still a thing. Now, I would say that it's nice to be pleasant unless there's a problem. So smiling is fine unless you don't feel like smiling or there's a problem. Don't force yourself not to smile and be gruff all the time. But I think, but this goes for both people, not just the wife. I think people should try to be pleasant.
So let me say, I do say this. I go, not the first thing when you walk in the door. So let's say if it's husband or wife walking in the door, the first thing they hear or see is your grumpy face. No, there's a time to bring up things and to talk about stuff and try to be a healthy, happy person. I don't say fake it till you make it. I think you should really try to be a healthy, happy person.
Yeah. So if you want to comment out there, do you think women should be smiling to their husband no matter how he's treating them?
And no matter what they're feeling, they should be smiling when you walk in the door.
You smile. Okay, number two, keep quiet. A wife was never supposed to challenge or question her husband, and she shouldn't cause him any aggravation, or he may just go look somewhere else.
My response is bye-bye. Then go somewhere else. That is ridiculous. Don't challenge anything or like have your own opinion or have a different opinion, please.
Oh, I don't even think this is about having opinions. I think this is just about keeping quiet generally. Not talking generally. Opinions, no. You don't get those. That's not even worth talking about.
This is not even just opinions. It's like, just don't talk.
Generally, just keep your mouth shut. Yeah, that's right. Yes, that's what I think that really means.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna say
that's
no too. But now think of a positive spin on this. How about as a married couple, you don't spend your time though nagging?
So here's one that comes up a lot is avoid unnecessary criticism. How about that? Like, yes. You're doing that wrong, and that's not right, and that's not how it should be done, and your mom is terrible, and your brother is horrible, and your kid, blah, 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 blah. So how about unnecessary criticism? But that's not what this said. That's not what this said.
This just tells you to be quiet. Well, because one morning, many years ago, I hadn't been out of bed 15 minutes, and I turned to my wife and I said, okay, you've criticized me 7 times in the last 12 minutes. You've told me what I had said was wrong. You told me what I'm going to do, how I screwed that up, where I didn't put that. I said, that's not something we get to have, that you just get to literally spend the morning. These aren't things that are going to make things happy around the house. So, but no, yes. And you at home, if you think people should be quiet, you just tell your wife. Okay. Next one is
that'll fly.
Next one's really fun. Wear pink underwear.
Oh.
Not only pink underwear, but lacy and frilly ones. Make sure you're attractive for your husband.
Look at that underwear. How about wear pink underwear that goes up to your ribs and all the way down to your... I don't even think a guy would be voting for that one right now.
Yeah, that underwear specifically from the 50s, I think if they saw that, you'd have a very specific creepy dude that would want that underwear. There's a creepy, as I said on the nude cruise, there's creepy guys out there that are in anything. If they want the granny style underwear like that, there's something wrong going on in the first place. Now, on the other side, when we're doing things, I like nice stuff too that she's wearing, but I'm not big on like the real Western, saloon look either. You know what I mean? Like the bustier with the thing real tight and the everywhere. Yeah. But the riding crop that we can use. Okay. So ladies, dress nice for your man or you may lose him.
For your man. If girls like it's nice to feel cute and to wear pretty stuff, wear it. But not to, usually the guy wants to see you naked anyway. So like you're wasting your time.
I had my girlfriend in college liked to wear my underwear. She would just wear my underwear.
Boxers?
No, like tighty whities back then.
Righty then.
Isn't that funny? She just liked it.
It is interesting. Although they call them boy shorts, or they have a whole style of girls' underwear that looks like boys' underwear.
Yeah, but these were definitely just 1980s tighty whities, and she just said, "No, you're comfortable."
I think we need to say, guys, you need to wear some cute underwear, no holes, No like saggy butt. It needs to be this cute,
No
like,
stains.
stocky short things that are kind of tight. You know, you need to wear those. So let's just
Boxer briefs. Yeah, boxer briefs. Well, and nothing worse than a guy with 18 pounds of fabric stuffed in his pants. What's with these guys with what the hell are you wearing? Yeah, the boxer briefs are the way.
Guys wear underwear that has holes in them.
Yeah.
Holes in them.
Well, and if you're over 12 or 15, you shouldn't have streaks in your underwear either.
Oh
really.
my God, please don't. Oh my God.
All right, terrible.
Terrible.
Peter McDowell used to do a joke. She might still do it. She goes, man, you think you're so great, but I bring 10 of you up here and 7 of you got a skid mark in your underwear. Okay. Next one, very important. I believe in this. Don't let the kids be too much trouble. Keep kids out of the way when dad's around. Keep them well behaved, because women need to make sure they do the parenting so dad isn't annoyed at the end of the day.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's a good way to make sure that kids have dad issues.
That's right.
Where's the bonding? Where's the attachment? Their whole life is going to be seeking out that approval. Yeah, that's a good way to make sure your child does never have a healthy relationship.
You want your daughter on the pole. This is what you do.
That's how you do it.
Yes.
Make sure she has no bond with her dad.
She will change her name to Destiny right there when you do that. So I know some dudes that aren't into the, they think, oh yeah, pat the head. And
still to this day, and it's a lot on the women are like, okay, that's my department. You go work and do your thing and I'll take care of that. And you don't even get involved. Even to this day, and it's not doing the kids a favor at all. At all.
I would say there's women that not only don't want it, they're almost militant about they want that kid. That kid's only going to come to me. No, and they don't want, because if daddy gets too much that they feel left out even.
Yep. And that's issues. That would be issues.
I know. All right.
Just say little girls need discipline. What do the little boys need?
To discipline the little girls is what
yeah,
little girls need to, and is she going to hit her with that book? I'm not exactly sure.
I'm going to whack her.
Going to whack her with a book.
Right in the face.
But, and I've said this, little girls don't need discipline. They're a peach. They're easy. Little boys are nuts. Oh my gosh. Talk about it.
It does go again. It kind of is an interesting thing. Little girls need discipline. I'm like, why?
Yep, to know how to treat their man. Well, right. I remember my daughter, we were first play date with the boys, and my wife, of course, has a ton of things sitting up everywhere, and the boys immediately just start picking up stuff and throwing it at the stuff on the mantle, trying to knock it off the mantle. And my daughter never even thought of doing anything like that. It's crazy. All right, next. Most important. Expert cooking will keep your man loyal. He will not leave you if you're an expert cook.
Really? Because that is BS. BS.
He may not leave you, but he's going to cheat on you anyway if he's that kind of guy.
He'll keep you around for the cooking.
He'll keep you around.
You're not going to be loyal just because you make good food. Absolutely.
Well, that one's coming up, by the way. So anyway, but yeah. So and I do most 90% of the cooking in this house anyway, and cleaning. I've gotten the question before. My wife can't cook. How do I tell her? You don't. You learn to cook.
Yeah, then make her food and say, here you go.
Yeah. How to cook. Yeah, my wife, we weren't neither of us bakers. She's much more important things to do and little cooking, but if we had to or this, then that would happen. And we can afford to eat out, so we do. So and you should share the cooking. Expert cook. Okay, I love this. Oh, I think I skipped one. Oh no. Nah, darn it. No, put as much care into your appearance as dinner. This is not that one. This is don't be mad if he goes astray. If he cheats, of course, if your husband
mad,
forgive him because it's her fault for driving him into somebody else's arms.
What are you freaking? Who is this?
This is the 1950's, marriage book.
Oh my gosh. Don't be mad if he goes astray. Forgive him.
Because, he takes care of you. Well, as I'm going to look up in a second, the 10 Commandments for Wives from Allison Maloney from 1940, the 10 Commandments for Wives, the Pearls of Wisdoms, One is it's if he cheats. I can't see it, but anyway, it's your fault if your husband.
Oh my God. Oh,
No sympathy by your family at all because you're too frigid to give into his needs. Never mind if he has a drinking problem or disregards your feelings. Yes, Tanya, this is crazy.
That couldn't have flown. That couldn't have been, because like even back in the olden days where our grandparents, I don't see anyone being okay with, yeah, you're cheating and having girlfriends. From what I understand, it's been a no-no, like for as long as I can remember, unless you're doing it.
No, I know a lot of, but you keep quiet. I know a lot in the Italian community, and I'm part Italian. I remember that. Not that my grandmother's father would never do this, but they knew people that that's a man deserved this. I know a lot. She can't give. It's almost like a harem. I get to go out because but I'm good to my family and I'm not mean to her. So and a man needs to get his, sex on wherever he can, because that's, I've known on cruise ships, I've met some people from Mexico, some men who says, yeah, I told my wife right off the bat, you ain't got enough for me. And I knew one guy went all the time, hookers, tons of hookers, because his wife, and of course the marriage obviously didn't last. So
surprise.
I know. Can you believe it? So how'd this one get in the way? Okay. So this one is put as much care into your appearance as dinner, because raising kids isn't enough. You have to look impeccable when he gets home. But this is true. I mean, look, every sitcom in the 50s.
Why does this not go both ways? Why are these rules?
He does look impeccable when he comes home. He's still got his suit on.
I'm sure he looks impeccable.
He does. He's got his suit on when he comes home. He wore a suit to work. He's got. That's right. Well, and I think most men look like crap anyway. So it's amazing to me. I see these women and the men they're with are just such lumps of nothing, or they're just, and I just hope he's a nice guy, because
whoever wrote these things, I think they're assuming men are so shallow that they don't like have any depth at all. I think men are people. I don't think they're that shallow that you have to, as long as you cook good and look good,
Well, it's not only that. Men are stupid too, because, the 10 Commandments for Wives that Allison Maloney wrote are all a wink, wink. Like, women, that you're better than him, but, always remember he's a man, and that marital relations keeps harmony. So have some sane views about sex, and never hold your husband up to ridicule because he can't take it. Don't criticize because his ego is so fragile. And remember, a man's only a grown-up boy, so you need to mother him, but not too much. So the concept is women are better, so you get to be abused. That's the concept of these. They're trying to get you to comply by inferring that the man is an idiot, and you know what I mean?
I kind of do. I kind of get what you're talking about, where like it's doing the how to manipulate a man book, and I don't know, like, so in my head I'm like, why would we need to manipulate a man to maintain our security, to make sure that he continues paying for our lifestyle?
Yeah.
But then doesn't that make us really shallow? Like, I don't want to marry a man. This is like what I'm thinking. It sounds like you don't marry a man because you have a good relationship and a good bond. You marry a man as a provider, and then you manipulate him to maintain that, so he continues to provide for the family.
Yeah, which makes your life untenable. And then you're dealing with a lot of abuse and being treated horribly and not getting any opinion. And you just spend your life being hurt to maintain one bit of security.
It's so shallow.
It's horrible.
As humans, and I work with this, as humans, we have a need for connection. We have a need to bond. We are social creatures. So if you're gonna marry someone as a provider and then do all that manipulation to maintain that security, the woman is gonna end up going, where's my bond? Like, I don't feel a connection with this guy, and she's gonna stray.
Well, and she may not even stray, but look at it this way. If she does all these things, 20 years down the road, they have no relationship. He's going to go, I just found my secretary is going to treat me like you used to in the beginning, and she's younger and hotter because they have no bond and relationship in the first place. So
yeah,
she's lost everything she thought she had.
That to me is like the world is flat, people. That's like humans just need money and, bills paid. Like that's, there's more to things than that. And so I don't even see it working. But I can see how, and I know people like this where they think the security is more important than the fidelity. So it's fine if he cheats as long as it does not affect our lifestyle.
Yeah, lifestyle. No, exactly. And I think that goes on quite a bit. But what also I think, if you look at all these things, it's not far removed from women who have to have this guy because they think there's no other guy. This is the only guy, no matter what he does. This is the guy because I don't have another guy. I may not get another guy. I may not, when there's a billion other guys, and you're better off alone. You're better off alone. By the way, here's one that the longer you've been married, the more you should let domestic violence slide because you have less of a chance of making it on your own.
Is that really like really?
Yeah, that's really from a marriage book from the 50s. They don't say domestic violence. They say no matter what
we're talking about all the people out there who are looking at how the olden days was cruel. They're taking down things and burning things and getting rid of stuff. Those books, those books need to be tossed. I don't even want someone accidentally reading it.
Accidentally reading it. Well, we need to put up as statues because obviously that's where our history is statues.
I wonder if one day the statues of men who abuse women will be taken down.
Ooh, yeah. Well, I'm sure there's. Well, who's up? Well, who's up? Who do we know that's up? That's
men who abuse women, women. Maybe those statues can be taken down.
I'm not sure we know about like old timey statues how they treated their wives. I don't know if we know.
Oh, they know.
Well, Columbus obviously raped everybody, but yeah, I'm trying to think of a statue I would look up and say, oh, that guy is, is there Jared from Subway statue? So he didn't have a wife, but
right, like pedophiles and people who did bought young women.
Yeah, the Jeffrey Epstein statue needs to come down right away.
Right. Take it down. That's it.
So you're saying no Trump statues? Okay, we're gonna do the little ad things, and then we're gonna have the questions. Go.
All righty.
Voted Michiana's #1 restaurant, Doc Pierce's will open on Monday, May 18th, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Carryout will also resume with service to your car or walk-in. Come in and enjoy all Doc's classic dishes and appetizers, plus daily specials and drinks. Call 574-255-7737 for reservations, carryout, or curbside. We politely request that all guests wear a mask while entering and exiting the restaurant. Our goal is to ensure the safety of both our staff and our guests. Doc Pierce's The Doctor is In.
And this one because I sold 28 books the other week.
Hannibal Greatneck III walked into his new 6th grade class, and there was a cage. It sat among the desks like a benign tumor everyone had learned to try and ignore. There was a mystery here, and Handy was just the 11-year-old detective for the job. Don't Feed the Bully, the best-selling tween novel by Brad Tassell. Get it on Kindle or paperback at Amazon.com.
How do I tell my husband to stop farting on me in bed?
I say fart back every time.
That's right.
Stop doing it.
Make them wetter.
It's stinkier. There's none. I have to tell you, due to hormones, females
have stinkier farts. I
Yeah,
know.
that can be. That can be.
What do you eat? What can you eat? I'm going to look up right now what you can eat to make your fart stinky. Whoops.
It's a hormone thing for females, and anyone will tell you certain times of the month is worse than other times of the month. So
Ooh.
when your hormones are in different phases.
A lot of beans make it wetter. A lot of stuff, and see, now there are men who actually do not just stop farting like it's a mistake, but are actually doing it to be a
I
jerk.
know. It's like a bully, a cruel joke, funny, haha.
It's like bullying.
I know.
I would.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander, and you want to do that? Game on.
Well, I would wonder how you got that guy in your life. What did you find cute that the farting on you now is
tolerate them.
a symptom? The fart, not stopping. Tell him stop doing it? Or
I tried to tell especially if I have to tell you my kids, my granddaughter, things like that, and they found articles that said if you hold in a fart, you can hurt yourself.
Well, but holding it in and holding somebody's head under the covers and putting your butt near them and farting is a different story. Farting in bed, fine. If you have to fart in bed. What's the big deal?
This lady, the question that you said was, how do I tell my husband not to? She didn't say, how do I tell my husband to stop pulling the covers over my head and farting on my face?
Well, I know, but I'm wondering if I think she needs to shut up because he's just farting in the bed and he's laying.
Like, what's the problem?
Does he have to get up and leave the room every time he does it? I don't see that.
So I think it means you have to go to the bathroom. So go to the bathroom. But tell me this: what is up with guys wanting to make a production out of it?
Yeah.
Why does there have to be gestures and drama, or leg movements, or turn around? I don't know. Why does it have to be a production?
Well, I would say this, that when it comes to gas here, if I have gas, I'm told about it every time. If my wife or daughter have it, nothing can be said, no matter how bad it. Nothing can be said.
Right.
It can fill the car. It can make us all about to die. If I even try to crack the window, I am highlighting this. And it's a huge embarrassment. But if I do it, oh my God! So that's
not a double standard at all. No.
But it should be that way. All right, here, look at this. What if my husband has a secret love child?
Say hi. Get to know him. Have him over for brunch. I don't know. What do you want to do? It's not the child's fault.
It is not the child's fault.
And we have to, and children, we love children, so you don't punish a child for it.
That's right.
That's happened, and I've had some interesting reunifications or reconciliations where the child was met there. They have siblings and stuff. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I know a guy that he's found out he's got 10 or 12. They're still finding them, but they're all older. They're all in their teens.
Wow.
And are you still with the husband? I don't know. It's weird.
Before birth control was invented?
Yeah, no, he's in his 40s and stuff like that. He's an Italian guy that just spread it around. Yeah,
fertile Italian guy.
And didn't care and told every woman that he was, so a secret love child, but like Arnold Schwarzenegger, 10 years with the maid, although that's a little different because he was sleeping with the maid for 10 years in his own house. I've got a little less.
But remember, do not get mad. Forgive them.
Oh, you're back to the yes, forgive them.
So that's
he's just
not get mad at them.
He's bringing a few bucks. What the hell? Let him do it. Don't get mad. But but you can be mad at the guy and you can not be with them anymore. I mean, that's also a thing. You know what I mean?
There's a saying: don't get angry, get even.
How do you get even though?
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure there's a way.
Right now, can you put in the comments how you get even with your husband for having a secret love child?
Because how are you going to hide that?
Okay. Okay, here we've got a problem. It says, how wrong is it to have sex with your kids in the room? First of all, you shouldn't be having sex with children. I think that's just not right. How
Commas. Put a comma.
Yeah, they don't have a comment here. How wrong is it to have sex with your kids in the room? How many kids, by the way, are you having sex with? How many kids?
My goodness, your twisted mind.
I know, I twisted. Well, I know. I'm just how many kids is it, and how much noticing do they have? I think we've had this before.
We have, and talked about like motel rooms and stuff, and there's ways to schedule things. Like, you're not rabbits. You don't have to jump on top of each other at the very urge. And there's like a bathroom. And
I disagree. I think you should do it.
Oh, yeah.
If your kids are little and they're not going to, and it's kind of fun to keep it secret. And if they even move or then you separate and you figure out how.
You are a messed up guy. No.
Yeah. You got a baby in the room. It's 2. It's sleeping over there. It's out. You're in the other bed. It's not in the same bed with them. And you're trying to do it without being quiet. And then if they wake up, and you turn around. It's fantastic.
That's a taboo thing. Someone probably has a fetish about it. That's that voyeurism thing. Someone's in the room.
It is not voyeurism. It is the fact that we're like in a hotel room stuff and she's asleep.
You can't wait.
No.
Oh. All right. Why is it so? I can't say.
Why is it so hard for husbands to say that they love their wives?
If you have a husband that it's hard for them to say they love you, that's like a major problem.
Well,
that would be a problem.
I know, but look at it this way. Maybe he's just not saying. How do you get him to
What
say?
is the problem with saying it?
I know, that's what she's asking. What's the problem with saying it, and how does she get him to say it?
There's no problem with saying it. They should say it all the time.
Well, I know, but they don't think.
Okay, but like, hello, goodbye, I love you, see you, bye.
I know, but a lot of guys don't think about it. They don't think about it. I love you. Yeah, don't think about it.
Are there guys that don't say I love you?
Yeah.
Or rarely say I love you?
Yeah, I bet there are that just don't think about it. So how does she get him to say it?
Huh?
How does she get him to say it?
She says, I love you.
And if he doesn't say I love you back,
that would be a problem.
Yeah.
He should
that I see.
Then they shouldn't be married. If he can't say I love you too, there's a problem.
Well, but I wonder if she means he's not saying it first. Like,
let me think. I don't know if I think that's an issue. I think maybe she wants to hear it more often.
Yeah.
Like, it depends. I would say, is it 0 times, or is it only when he says goodbye, or only when he goes on vacation, or, like, what's the frequency?
How needy is she?
Huh?
How needy is she?
Like, does she expect it 20 times a day? Why can't he say it 20 times a day?
Yeah. And she just doesn't say it to make sure he's going to say it. I'm telling you, there's something wacky about that. Because if a guy never,
once a day.
Yeah. If a guy who's never said I love you or never will say it, you got a problem. But I just don't think that's true. Okay, one more. And then we got to do this. See, this one cracks me up in the world. Is this a safe world to raise children? Is this a safe world to raise children in? And I'm going to go first and say, your child is safer now than any time in the history of the world if you live in the United States in 90% of the places. The world for you is safer than it has ever been in the history of the world.
We have medication and food.
There's very little crime. Oh my God. Even with riots and all this COVID going on, there's still no real crime. Children are not being preyed upon if you watch them. If you're not parenting at all and you're throwing them out.
So that's what I would say. I would go, the world is as safe as you make it.
That's right.
So if you want a safe world, create safety. But there's no 100% guarantee. There's still random. There's still things can happen. But you lower the risk by doing certain things.
Well, and the most dangerous thing is we're destroying the environment. You have a kid now, in 30 years, the environment is going to be the most dangerous thing. Protect the environment. It just, things like that are like guys that are like, I got to have my gun on me all day at the Starbucks to protect my kid. I can't go to Starbucks because that kid, we go to the wholesale club and somebody might take my parking spot and I got to have my gun.
Right.
These are morons. Your kid is fine if you do normal things. We don't do it. You don't leave them alone with guys you don't know.
Right.
And people aren't grabbing
lower the risk. You lower the risk.
Oh, it drives me crazy. So, okay, I'm going to pull one for next week, and then we're going to see. Okay, how to put up with his? Oh, okay, that one's dirty, and I'm not even going to tell you what it is. Okay, so Donna, I didn't put up anything of how to get a hold of us or do anything. Or
are you going to ask that dirty question next time?
Yeah, I'm going to ask I'm going to ask what came up.
Too dirty to say right now.
The what? No,
it's too dirty.
I'm just going to say it's dirty. For anybody,
Okay.
For anybody who says this, I'm just going to say that it's dirty. So everybody get a hold of me. I'm Brad. Get a hold of Donna. She's Donna. It's right there. We have had fun. We think it's going to be great. We are going to go, and we're going to thank you very much. We'll see what's happening next week. Bye. And that's the end.